You know, I don't like to speculate on that sort of thing generally, because anything could possibly happen. But if you were to go by pure seeding, then Eagle has the advantage. But goodness knows, stranger things have happened in this tournament. So I'm not going to say either of them is. I'm not going to put my money on anyone.
We've seen Eagle race this tournament, and he has been shown to be a little bit rusty. So.
Yeah, but also to be fair, Eagle's rusty is better than most people's A game. So anything is possible.
Appears they're a little desynced, but that should be all right.
Yeah, no worries. We'll get it fixed in a moment here.
So now that they have Morph Ball, they can head to the right. Brinstar is one of the most frustrating areas in the game. It's got a lot of vertical platforming, which is a lot more difficult since airtime slows you down horizontally. And obviously, if you're jumping too high, you'll have to fall down.
Yeah. Brinstar is essentially the how good is your jumping section. You will gain or lose quite a few more seconds than you'd think if your jumping is on point.
Absolutely.
That coming up here, this vertical climb right here is one of the first examples.
How impressive a runner is at platforming and basically decides whether a runner is a good runner, an excellent runner, or an acceptable runner.
Yeah, it's true.
So both of our runners are pretty close together. I can't tell who's winning at this point due to the. Okay, it looks like they are synced now. So. Yeah,
they're essentially synced right now. They're just both playing extremely well so far. And we're coming up on one of the first things that can really cause a separation. The what is it called? The King Worm? I never remember its actual boss. It drops the charge beam. It's a worm, and they're both going to try to get a double missile hitting its eye.
Theorem, I believe, is what it's called.
Ooh, Eagle got the double. Fangs did not. Oh, and Fangs gets the slow pattern too. So he's going to be doing okay on missiles, which is important for the upcoming Hive Room. But unfortunately, he's losing a lot of time here.
Yeah, Fangs spikes is about 6 seconds slower than just getting the double traditionally. So it's going to put him quite a bit behind. Eagle's going to be able to roll with this.
Yeah, but Eagle's also one missile shorter than the 4 that he would like to have, so he's going to lose a couple of seconds having to shoot the hives.
I would like to say about 2 seconds he's probably going to lose from having to shoot this hive 10 times.
Alright, but now the dreaded Hive Room, even with full missile count, this room, even with hours of practice, it can still just sometimes go badly. Although, Eagle's showing what happens when it goes perfectly. Let's see if Fangs can... Oh, no! Fangs unfortunately taking a little bit of a half victory lap here. But otherwise, clean.
Yeah, I think he misjudged how many shots he had on the hive.
It looked like he hit a bug and got knocked down while he was trying to jump through it.
Looks like he ran into the hive from my perspective, but I don't know.
Well, he hit something, that's for sure.
Certainly. Alright, so now that they're through the hive room, they're just heading over to bombs. So they can make their way down into either Norfair or Kraid. In their case, I would hope that they will head down to Norfair.
Yeah, I don't expect to see any ridiculous shenanigans here. They both know who they're up against.
Yeah, if they do end up doing anything ridiculous, it might cost them the race. So they will make bold plays from here again to try and take the lead where necessary.
Yeah. I'm just expecting optimal routes, optimal strats, and just clean play from both of these. The bugs... Oh, Fang's having a little bit... Oh gosh, Fang's having a little bit of trouble rounding up the bugs. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
There's really not a whole lot you can do if the bugs decide to be uncooperative, and unfortunately... Eagle got through them pretty quickly, Fang's not so much.
Eagle is increasing his lead.
But we can't say enough that it's still so early on. There's still so many things that can happen. This is very much a lead that Fangs can come back from.
12 to 13 seconds early on, though, is kind of rough. But he's absolutely not out of it. We've got so much of this run still left to do, including all of the difficult parts that can lose you chunks of time. Brinstar can lose you lots of time throughout, but it doesn't really have a singular place that can just lose you like half a minute.
Yeah, nothing like that. I'll also be curious to see. You think they're both going to go for their usual PB strats as far as number of E tanks, or do you think either of them is going to grab any safety tanks?
I doubt either of them will have 3 E-tanks by the end of this. I think some of them might take 2, but I think we'll see. I think if they're really feeling dice, I guess spicy, they might pick up a 3rd E-tank, but I would expect them to go for 1 or 2.
All right.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the person that was in second skipped the heal.
Possibly. I would say it very much depends on if they're actually keeping track of the stream or not. Because I know not everybody does.
That's certainly true. You can see Eagle here is trying to farm some missiles because he wants to be able to skip the heal at Ice Beam. Fortunately, he's firing a missile and not hitting anything with it, so it's going to make it more difficult to skip the heal. But he's doing actually really good on ammo right now. Dragonfangs is certainly not going to be skipping the heal like this. He's too low on health, and he's got no missiles.
Yeah, it seems to me that at this point he just decided that he's not going to worry about it. He's just going to go through it, running as quickly, not stopping to grab any power-ups, and just take the heal. And that's, honestly, at this point, that's probably the way to go, rather than trying to stop and farm a lot.
Honestly, it's faster to just accept the fact that you're going to be taking the heal than to risk skipping it and not getting what you need.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say. Again, I didn't do a very good job, I guess.
Unfortunately, it means Fangs will be even further behind, though.
There's a very strong chance that my volume is fluctuating. I am not on my usual setup right now, so bear with me for any audio weirdness.
Eagle with some solid bomb jumping.
Ooh, very clean. Yeah, the bombs in Zero Mission are excellent. More so for utility than for anything else, just because their blast radius is so big, their timer is so short, you can do shenanigans like horizontal bomb jumps or double infinite bomb jumps like you saw. Oh, both of them. Pulling it off like it's no big deal.
Eagle kind of getting trolled by the Rippers here. It's gonna lose some time. You got a good second Ripper, though.
Yeah, those Rippers, sometimes they're just in your way and you gotta roll with it, because neither of them has super missiles yet, so you can't really kill them.
And he can't afford to just run into them when he needs the health, so he's just gotta wait for them.
Yeah. Yeah, enemy patterns aren't it's not that they're completely random. There's a small number of patterns they can take. You just gotta know how to deal with whichever one you get.
Eagle deciding he has enough missiles, running right by that one.
Well, he should be fine as long as he might take it a little bit slower in the hallway leading up to Imago Cocoon.
Yeah, he certainly might take it slowly through Vine Room to pick up an extra few missiles.
Yeah, but Eagle's in really good shape with health and ammo right now.
Yeah, maximum health and 16 missiles. That's really good.
Yeah, Thanks is obviously he's just planning to take the refill. He got a missile drop and he didn't stop to grab it. Yep.
Eagle has now picked up the nice beam. He'll be heading over to a hidden shortcut that clearly has not been intended. It's clearly an accidental shortcut that no one knew about. Dragonfangs trying to go for refill glitch. Doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, that's a difficult one, especially before you get the spring ball, which is the easier setup. But he tried, and now he's on his way forward as well.
Eagle having some nice Norfair rooms.
And they're taking a shortcut, not taking any tumbles. They're unmorphing and climbing up nice and fast. That little section right there can be surprisingly tricky.
Oof, Dragonfangs takes a lava dive. He's really low on health. He's gonna... I wonder if he'll pick up the extra missile early to make up for needing a lot of health.
He might, actually. That's not a bad strat if your missile count is exceptionally low.
Well, he's got a good missile count, but he's gonna get so many health drops now.
Well, I guess we'll see what he does.
Eagle is low on missiles.
No, he's going for it. Yeah, Eagle is a little bit short. He might shoot one of the spores. But I think Fangs is in good shape as long as he's slowing down a little bit to make sure he has the good missile count. And he's got plenty. He's in great shape missile wise.
Wow, there's a lot of missile drops. He is in an excellent situation.
Yeah, Eagle meanwhile making short work of Imago Cocoon here, no problem.
Yeah, Fangs does.
And Fangs is also getting a good setup, although, oops, he didn't quite finish off the vine on the left. I think he missed it by, missed it by a missile there.
He only got doubles. So he had 2 more shots. Still a reasonable fight in his own right, though.
Yeah, they're both still really close to each other.
Yeah, they're less than a cutscene apart. That's not too bad.
Not at all.
Ridley is a little bit more dangerous than anything we've seen so far. The D-Skigas can really, really eat your health away.
And not to mention, Eagle also finding himself without any missiles, and he does need missiles to be able to get through the side hoppers right before the super missile tank.
Depending on your health, you can tank them, but it's certainly it's more preferable to missile the one way and jump through on the way back.
He's getting through this room real quickly.
Yeah, the D-Skigas got nothing on him. And the pipe bugs are just giving him health.
Yeah, he's not up for that tank. So he's just going to body it. So first of all, he has to... Oh! Doing that while up in the pillar room is...
Firing off missiles to kill these enemies.
Ooh! Takes a few hits, but he makes it through all right. He should be fine. Getting a couple of Mercy missile drops, too. She should be able to take out one of those side hoppers. Now he also tackles the pillar room. Oh, he's not taking any chances. He's freezing that enemy and... using as a platform.
Yeah, orbs can be very, very helpful in that room.
Ooh, Fangs in a rough spot. He's gonna have to take it a little more carefully coming back. Touching any one of those enemies will kill him outright.
He certainly has enough ammo to kill them all pretty quickly, and they will drop him health, most likely. So I don't think he's too worried.
Yeah, there we go.
Now he's got he's got 3 hits. My bad. He can take 3 hits from the orbs.
Yeah, playing smart there. Better to lose a couple of seconds and make it through alive than to just die. So smart play from Fangs in that situation.
Eagle doesn't quite know the fast setup for this eye door. That will give Fangs some time to catch up, just a little bit.
All right, and here's what we're going to see if Eagle's not going to go for the E-tank behind the statue.
No, he knows that Dragonfangs is a competent player who's right on his tail.
Yep, but this does give very little margin for error on Ridley, though. I mean, Ridley is pretty much a joke boss, but even the tiniest mistake here can kill you if you don't grab without the extra E-tank.
It doesn't look like Fangs is going for it either. I can't say I blame him. Nice fight from Eagle.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see how his drops are. He's going to be hoping for some super drops. And now Fangs facing off against the Screeby boy.
That is a lot of ammo from Ridley. Eagle would be very happy.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Fangs. Oh no. Oh gosh, and that's always the danger with Ridley with one tank. It looks like he got hit by a fireball. If you get hit by a fireball before you get into his hitbox, that does more damage than you can tank before he flies up into the air.
Oof, I wonder, will Fangs restart?
Oh, Fangs posting frowny faces in the chat there.
Fangs forfeited.
Oh my gosh, that is so unfortunate.
Eagle is now home free.
Well, no, he still has to finish.
Oh, that's true. But he can take a few saves along the way.
He can, but...
He has the option to. I'm not saying he will.
Yeah.
Eagle picked up a second knee tank. Notice, by the way.
Yep. That's usually a pretty common one to grab.
Especially if you have max supers. If you have max supers and you're in a race, there's no reason not to pick it up.
Yeah.
It's easier to farm those owls than it is to farm the owls on your way out.
Alright, now just making his way back up to Brinstar so he can head on down to Kraid. Not to say here, he's just on his way. He's going to stop and grab the high jump boots.
High jump boots most likely save time. I think we've timed it out. It lets you do the ball spark on the way out.
Yeah. And it's also one of those things where even if it didn't, it just makes the rest of the game less painful, so...
Yeah, it's like power grip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as randomizer has taught me anything, it's that power grip is grossly underappreciated. You don't realize how useful it is until you try doing some later game stuff without it. Eagle making his way back through. Doing some swanky wall jumps off the side of those small platforms to get up faster.
Yeah, he's having a good run. Very
Most
clean.
definitely.
Oh, but he gets hit by a ripper. But he's able to get the back up cleanly.
Making full use of his charge beam to get through this room quickly. Yeah, charge beam is unfortunately not nearly as useful for damage as it is in fusion, but its utility with the pseudo screw alone makes it worth picking up.
Yeah, I believe it has been timed to be a little bit slower, but it really just helps you. It's so nice to just be able to jump into enemies without worry of taking damage.
Definitely. Alright. Showcasing it right there, a little bit of a pseudo screw on that enemy.
Yes.
And Eagle coming up on... It's worth talking about every time, because this is really the big gatekeeping trick in this category. Acid worm skip.
There are a variety of ways to do it, though. I think every runner chooses their own strat that they prefer.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how Eagle does it, though.
I think Eagle does 4-bomb.
Well, we'll find out.
Yep. Yes, he does, and he gets it first try.
Easy every time.
And it's a good thing we managed to figure out that setup involving the bombs, because the old setup was you had to do a horizontal bomb jump, and that's a lot more challenging. Alright, Dragon's second unknown item. He's nowhere close to having to take a refill, so... Just making his way to Kraid now. Oh, that was clean! Those double missiles there to kill those ground enemies have a surprisingly small window, but he gets them all, no problem whatsoever.
He's also saving a frame by firing that super instead of 2 missiles.
But that also means he can't afford to miss a single super.
This is
He has to get all 3. And he does. So long, Kraid. Look at Kraid, he's so upset. He was so excited to be in this tournament, and he gets so little screen time. And now, and he gets the refill glitch. What a legend.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting him to get that. He was way out of the range.
But he gets it, and he gets the glitch that turns the statue blue.
Yeah, you got the blue man.
And now just a little bit of fancy shine sparking, just one of several perks of having speed booster. And we're gonna have to do a horizontal one up top because having skipped the acid worm, we don't have the magnetic rails.
No, we can't take the zip lines, so we're just gonna shine spark across.
Yep. Get out of my way, platform. Got places to be. Yep, that was as clean a Kraid as you would ever hope to see.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Absolutely textbook. Now just has to make his way to Turian, and yeah, his ammo count is looking sharp. He doesn't even need to stop to refill.
And he's not going for Brinstar Super, which means he must be going for Zeb Skip.
He said he was going to, and, well, if he knows what's going on, which I have a feeling he does, then there's no reason not to go for Zeb Skip.
Oh, absolutely, you're right.
And here we are, the world's most tacky statues. Like, I don't know about you, but if my house had a door like that, I would almost be ashamed to invite people over.
I don't know. I would want to invite even more people over personally. I think the statues look awesome.
It'd be all fun in games until one of the statues breaks, then suddenly you can't leave your house.
Yeah, well, this isn't a certain other game.
This planet is a creature of chaos. So here we are. It's time for Turian, and title. This area is full of title drops. Look at all these Metroids.
They're out to eat Eagle's brains, but Eagle won't let them do such a thing.
Oh, he's getting pretty speedy spawns as well. So you're going to see Eagle basically use supers, but not use all his supers, because he needs to rely on drops to refill them, but at the same time, they definitely make going through here faster. So there's a certain amount of luck involved in getting through Turian quickly. And he's hanging on to 2 of them for this next room, because they're very useful for this room, because you get attacked by multiple Metroids at once. Oh, and he gets himself a super drop. And another super drop.
Honestly, he's been getting a lot of supers. He's getting lots of good RNG here. Metroids are being very kind.
He hasn't gotten that many, but he's gotten them at the right times. Like, it seems he gets them right after he uses a super missile, which is kind of funny.
49 and 2 entering this room is pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And another drop just at the right time.
I don't think he'll use them, though.
Nah, at this point, there's no reason to, especially if he's going for Zeb Skip.
For that throw.
And he gets a drop anyway, because why not?
He's gotten 2 or 3 drops in this room that he just couldn't use. He could be at 39. Those supers are hurting him.
Yeah, he's going to stop and grab a few missiles, but he's going for Zeb Skip. Actually, maybe not. Oh, he's going for it. But
He's going for it.
Yeah, I think he's going to. If it doesn't work, he's just going to go through normally. Oh, he's going to keep going for it. There we go.
Nice.
And he gets it. That has the advantage of not spawning the third one, so that's one less Zebitet you have to worry about.
You're going to need to farm some missiles now. You're 1 missile off killing the mother brain.
Oh dear. Oh well, there you go. Missiles for days. Yeah, the Rinkas in this area also have a much higher chance of giving you drops compared to the red Rinkas everywhere else in Turian. Oops, looks like he lost count a little bit there. Got knocked into the lava, but he's in no danger. Just like that.
He has a lot of E-tanks worth of health.
Mother Brain goes up in smoke, and Eagle is on his way out.
He cannot let the planet blow up without him making out safely first.
Certainly not.
However, I'd like to point out that he has no issue with the planet blowing up if he makes his mistake. After he makes his escape.
I mean, let's be honest, though. They drop a pretty weak bomb if the planet is still around in Super Metroid.
Well, you've got a good point.
Yeah, and Eagle remarking on the same thing that you said, being cheap with super missiles cost him, because he got the drop, but he was full on supers in that last Metroid room.
Well, it's a risk you need to ask yourself whether you're willing to take it. I personally allow myself to go down to two supers in the last room, but I will never go down to 1 or 0 because that is way too risky.
Yeah, that's usually what I do as well.
I'll gamble 1 super drop, but I will never gamble 2 super drops off the green ring because they just don't give you enough.
They only give you a lot of super drops when you're full on supers because they hate you and your attempts to PB.
Oh, certainly. Turian is designed to make you hate yourself.
Turian is where runs and dreams go to die.
Yes.
But Eagle did not die in Turian, and he moves on into Suitless.
I would like to give a shout out to that space pirate that sniped Samus out of the sky. How come Mother Brain can't kill Samus, but an arbitrary, irrelevant space pirate can take down her ship quite easily?
Well,
effortlessly.
Well, shooting someone's ship is not the same as killing them. I mean, let's be honest. In Fusion, she flies into an asteroid. That's not enough to kill her, but it destroys her ship.
I suppose. Well, now we have the hardest challenge of the game, the map skip.
Oh boy, watch out. Surprising nobody, Eagle gets it. And he is taking the refill as well. There's really no reason not to.
No, I can't say I blame him.
Well, let's see if he goes for perfect stealth, though.
I don't think Eagle.
He didn't get it.
Delicious.
That would be fantastic. He tried, but okay. So far, so good. This is Suitless. It's wow, and he gets the fast thing there. Very cool.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, Suitless is actually one of the few parts of the game that has no RNG whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Every single pirate moves on a timer, and there is only one pattern for all of them.
Yep, you can go through the room the same way every time if your movement is consistent.
It's why making skipping the heal is such a valid and viable decision. Because if you know Suitless, you know Suitless. There's nothing that can catch you off guard if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's definitely valid, but at the same time, it still is risky, especially in a race, because, I mean, humans aren't perfect, and even the best runners will occasionally make a mistake, and pirates in this area do 99 damage, so if you skip the heal, you're in one-hit KO mode.
I believe they do a whole 100.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a whole 100, it's a whole 100. Oh! Eagle taking a little tumble there, dropping a wall jump. How uncharacteristic.
Eagle forgetting to save the 8 frames from jumping out of that save point. Tisk tisk.
Whatever. He's just got to finish. Oh, and he doesn't set off the alarm there either.
This signals the fact that Eagle is about halfway through this section of the game, this glass tube that we are seeing now.
It's interesting that the pirate down below, despite the fact you're running through a transparent tube, doesn't raise the alarm.
Yeah, somehow there are pirates on top of you and below you, and they're just ignoring you.
Those are the smartest pirates in the world. It's kind of like, not messing with that one.
No, she's too good for me.
And Eagle making his way through my least favorite room in the game, no problem. Oops. Alright, let's see if he's probably going to go for Sam Strat in the next room. Oh, dropping another wall jump.
Tanks 16 damage, but that's no worries. Taking 16 damage here doesn't exactly change anything.
Yeah.
His setup looks good.
No problem. Get Sam Strat. Saving himself that half a second or so where he doesn't have to pop into the save room. And since there's not much else to talk about, see that power bomb up there? We're going to see a pirate carrying it in a bit, and you can't actually grab that. Even if you use shenanigans to hack your way up there to where the pirate is with the power bomb tank, you can't pick it up.
The pirate doesn't actually exist. It's in the background.
All right, and we're coming up on one of the most harrowing parts of Suitless. He's going to climb around.
This is actually the part that we were mentioning earlier, where people will often be caught off guard. If that second pirate eagle just shot can jump at you, it can really throw you for a loop and kill you if you don't take the heal.
Yeah, but not to mention, there's something else some folks don't realize. You have to actually stop for a split second in that room, because if you're just running full tilt, your gun won't finish charging to shoot the second one in time.
Yeah, and for some reason, even after it shows the bar being fully charged, there are, I want to say, a few frames where it will not act as charged.
Yep. And you're making it past the final major wall jump of the section right there.
Very clean, Suitless, not falling into the pit of death.
Definitely not.
Now we have the Chozo pirate, not the Chozo pirate.
Whale, please. It's Charlie.
Yes, we have Charlie.
It's like there must have been a if this I don't remember this guy's in the manual or not, but if there is, I'm pretty sure they misprinted the name. It's obviously just Charlie.
Yeah, this test is just Charlie.
But since he took the refill, we're going to be seeing some delightful damage boosts.
Certainly. So, the Eagle will be, as Crunchy mentioned, shooting out Charlie, I guess, herself in the mirror intentionally after shooting a sigil, since that will reset Charlie's timer, which more times than not will decrease the time in between sigils, as we've kind of just seen.
And yeah, the second one came out real quick, and the third one was okay. So that was a pretty decent Charlie.
Damn, that was a good Charlie. That was fast.
Yeah. That second one though, that second one came out immediately.
And we can't forget the fact that he got the glitch. We'll see some swaggy shots coming on the screen.
Good times.
Oh, so that's what that unknown item was. Who could have guessed that it was plasma gravity and space jump? So I have a question for you, Crunchy. How come you need a new suit to be able to use the gravity suit? That seems very odd.
Because you need these shoulder pads to fit the power. The old one didn't have them, didn't fit.
Ah, that makes perfect sense. It's the shoulder pads.
Yes.
The old suit couldn't fit the swag.
Certainly not. But now, Eagle has become slightly stronger. Unfortunately, unlike in 100%, and even with the gravity suit and any percent, Samus is still pretty vulnerable. Pirates do more damage than you'd expect, so Eagle's still gotta play clean.
Eagle once again showing off just how useful a charge beam is. The beam one-shots any pirate, except for the black ones that we'll see later.
Oh yes, the true final boss.
However, these red pirates are of no consequence.
They really aren't. Look, just speed was just run right through them, nothing. Well, they can't be helpful sometimes. It's going to graciously break those blocks for us.
Oh, certainly. We might be seeing a new block strat later.
Ooh, you think Eagle's gonna go for that one?
I'm not quite certain myself, but I certainly hope he does. It'd be really, really cool to showcase a strat that was found yesterday.
Oh, is there? Oh, that's a different one than what I'm thinking of. Then never mind. I guess now I'm interested. I'm gonna wait and see what it is.
Well, we'll see if he even knows how to do it.
Guess we'll find out soon enough, I guess.
Eagle getting trolled there by the pirate. He throws it in the wrong location at the wrong time.
Oh, you didn't even try to go for the swag diagonal missile there. Oh, well. He's focused on just going. Just continuously making his way through this area. There's not much to say. Eagle's just playing super clean. At this point, it's just knowing the path and taking it. There's not much fanciness here. Although there will be in the next room, though.
Let's see. Let's see if he does the new one. No, he doesn't know it.
But still, if this goes well, you should still get a one shot here. There it is. Still, 2 shot. Apparently, the new one gives you 5 shots. This 5 or 6 shots. The old one still gives you 2, and that still helps. Gets you through there faster, since you don't have the wave beam. I think he was trying to get the pirates to reposition, but they weren't cooperating.
Unfortunately, Eagle takes a hit, but he's got so much health at this point. There's no way he's in danger of dying, I don't think.
Yeah.
Unless the worst outcome comes to happen.
I mean, he's so comfortable he's talking in chat while playing, so whatever. Alright, and through that red door sits the final boss. Well, at least the official final boss.
Not the actual final boss. This final boss is easy.
Yeah.
The real challenge is still ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's not to say this is a throwaway boss, though. You still have to get all 6 supers into its weak spot for the optimal kill, so we'll see if Eagle can pull that off.
Honestly, if you get 5 off, you're pretty good. You're fine.
Yeah, but you still want to get 6.
Certainly.
Come on! Come on!
Really
wasn't doing the swipe.
No quarter.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes he doesn't do the swipe. I remember seeing a video one time, which I think it was our own Sam the Digital, being on world record pace, getting to Mecha Ridley, and having him just not swipe for like 15 seconds. So, a little bit of randomness, but no trouble for Eagle. Makes it through there. All that remains now is just to get the heck out.
Which is only slightly harder than it sounds.
Yeah. Just treading a little bit of old ground and get to the ship. Unfortunately, Whale mentioned earlier, there's a couple of black pirates waiting for him. They don't hit as hard, but they definitely take a lot more shots to take down.
They are known for trolling you. Fortunately, we have a very, very nice setup to deal with those pesky foes.
Yes. Oops. Getting zapped on his way through the door. So yeah, Eagle's taking a couple of hits, but he should still be fine. The setup is very safe.
We're going to be seeing a nice shine break from Eagle here as he charges a spark that will let him get through this entire section.
Ooh, that pirate tried to troll him and get out from under him, but he still makes it through, no problem. And the big ball spark. This will carry him straight into the final room. I don't think this is going to be a 38, but it's going to be a 39 still.
It'll be a very, very low 39, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Alright, take out the first black pirate. Not even finishing off their pirate, just like, stay there.
This could be
and just like...
no, it's a 39-0-0.
Wow. But with that, Eagle is our winner today, officially with an official SRL time of 39:01. Continuing his tradition of, I'm pretty sure, never actually getting a 40 in races.
He got a 40 in his last race.
He did?
Certainly.
Gosh, I must have missed that one.
Against Tall Man, I believe.
Well, you know, I was there for that. How did I forget? Huh, I don't know.
I wonder if we'll be seeing our racers pop in for a short interview.
I think Fangs already got pinged best, so but he hasn't not shown up. Let's see if Eagle wants to come in here. Yeah, regrettably, pushing winner there makes the music stop playing. Go figure.
Hello.
Hey, Fangs.
Hello, Fangs.
Hey.
I'm so sorry.
It happens. I'm not sure what actually happened.
I think you got hit by a fireball there while you were trying to run into Ridley.
No, I've been like scanning the footage while sitting it out, and I still don't understand what I did wrong. It's weird.
I think you might have just jumped the gun by a little bit.
I mean, I got hit by a fireball though. That shouldn't be jumping the gun ever.
I don't know then.
So I don't know.
Hello.
And here's Eagle. Congrats,
Hey,
Eagle.
But I mean, Eagle beat my PB, so I wasn't gonna beat Eagle anyway. So I wasn't very invested in this match.
Well,
You had a very clean, nice run, Eagle.
it wasn't the ideal outcome. It's not what I wanted out of the match, but a win is
Yeah.
a win.
Yeah.
Now I got to play versus either Rasu or Exodo. I'm really excited for that one because it's the 4th seed versus the 5th seed.
I'm
Yeah,
certainly
that's a good
excited
match,
for that
yeah.
one. That's a good
Yes.
match. Not only because it's the 4 seed versus the 5 seed, but the salt that comes from those two is pretty noticeable. They fire each other up all the time.
I think they have roughly the same personal best as well, no?
I want to say they're within 10 seconds or 20 seconds.
Let me check. Yeah, they're like neck and neck, 3 seconds apart. Only 3 seconds.
Dang, I think Axoto has I'm not quite sure how much practice either of them have been doing lately. I know Axoto's only really had one match in this tournament. Ross has had a few.
I couldn't tell you. I'm feeling a little rusty in some aspects too, but I can tell that it's getting better with every tournament match I play. So hopefully I'll be able to tighten up some things a little bit and give the rest of the people in the winners bracket a good challenge. I have a reputation to defend, you know.
Yep, you've won every ZM tournament thus far.
Have I?
I think so.
Maybe. I can't remember if. No, I think I only lost the Fusion one to Scotty. And Scotty is a contender for winning this particular one too. And I don't think he was in the. No, he was in the Zero Mission 100% one, but he was not as good as he is right now.
Yeah, back
It
then
was like
Scotty was known as the master of inconsistency.
Right.
Scotty wasn't known as anything back then. He like became known during that tournament. No one knew who he was.
That's one way to put it.
If you appeared out of nowhere, it's suddenly, who is this guy and how did he get this good?
Yeah, he was someone who came from the AM2R community. I think John told him.
Yeah, John was the only one who was like sitting on his hands, just like giggling to himself, like he knows what's up, he knows what's happening. No one else does.
John brought this monster upon us.
Thanks, John.
Who do you have to face, Fangs?
I don't know. There are a couple of matches.
Oh yeah, you have to wait for a while there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like 4 contenders, I think. I have to go through losers.
Right.
Anyways,
Who's playing there?
do we have any upcoming matches to look forward to?
Yeah, I think we have one way later tonight, actually.
Yes, we have one at 4:30 a.m. Eastern because that one is a couple of the Europeans going at it. Actually, no, it's Sam versus Destructor, is it?
Yep,
It is
Sam
Sam
the
versus
European.
Destructor.
Weird, a couple of Europeans going at it. Like,
Yeah, I know. This is the French/Canadian dudes.
Yes.
French, optionally Canadian dude.
But if you're awake, that one should definitely be an interesting race.
Oh, it might be when I wake up.
4:30 a.m. Wow. That's a while. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
like 10 in the morning for us.
I don't think speed gaming usually has anything going on at that hour, so it's definitely going to be curious.
Oh, well, understandable.
I'm not quite sure who's going to win. Sam was telling me yesterday that he's only has about a 70% accuracy rate with the AWS at the moment. So hopefully during today he'll be able to get more consistent with it. It would be a shame if Astroworm Skip was the decider of tonight's race.
It'll be pretty good at least. Anyway, I'm gonna hop out. GG, thanks, even though it wasn't your best.
I mean, sort of. I tried. I took risks, and yeah.
You took the necessary risks, and thank you guys for commentating. Looking forward to playing more in the tournament. So see you guys around.
Yep, and good luck to all of you in your upcoming matches.
Thank you.
All right, do we know what's coming up next on Speed Gaming?
We will in a second, as soon as Gosh, I'm not used to being on a screen this small. Give me a moment.
If I recall correctly, I believe Cuphead, All Bosses, might be coming up on this particular channel in about 10 minutes.
I'm almost at the schedule. Give me a second.
Yes, it appears on Speed Gaming 5 there will be a Cuphead match. Whereas there will also be a Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons race going on. There's a Tiny 10 race going on now on Speed Gaming 1.
Oh.
At 3 o'clock there will be an Ori randomizer. I believe that will be the final two matches. The end of the tournament, the race for third place and the race for first place in the tournament. So that's definitely worth seeing. Then
we got a variety of other things as well. We got some Mario Odyssey Darker Side later on, some Donkey Kong Country, and some Shovel Knight later on today.
A Portal race at 3:15 on what looks to be Speed Gaming 6.
That's a lot of information for everyone to keep up with. So if you're interested in any of the things we just said, scroll down a little bit and you'll see a button that takes you to the schedule so you can see it for yourself.
But there's a lot coming up.
Oh,
and of course, we do have more Zero Mission tomorrow morning at 4:30 a.m. EST. So go wake up early. And,
set your alarms, folks.
Set your alarms for the race. That will certainly be one of the coolest ones for a while. Sam versus Destructor. I believe that is a 2 seed going up against the 6 seed? No, the 3 seed going up against the 6 seed.
Both of them excellent runners.
Anyways, I think that's all we've got for you today.
Yep, I'm all out of things.
Then we will pass it back to Speed Gaming for them to prepare for the Cuphead race.
Yes, indeed. Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you later.